Grace and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking to you guys about something that is very close to my heart, my fake boobs. So this will probably be the last video I make about my fake boobs. I had initially considered making this like an extended series type thing, and I was considering at least taking it to the 3-month mark, which would be next month in May, but I just didn't feel like it was that important, especially with the way things are sitting right now. I feel like I'm not gonna have anything to update you guys on. So I'm just gonna like separate the topics that people have been asking me about and get into that. So the first thing people have been asking me about, especially friends of mine who are also performers, like go-go dancers, pole dancers, that kind of thing. Because a lot of my friends have been getting their breast augmentation procedures done, and a lot of people have asked me tons of questions about it. And a really common one that comes up, because I have so many friends that are performers, is like physical activity. So for me personally, I had a really hard time doing anything the first couple weeks. I will link in an iCard up here, the one with my before and after surgery videos, because that one actually like physically showed me like how out of it and just like how much I was struggling. It was interesting. So for the first couple weeks I couldn't do anything. I could barely open a water bottle by myself. And then for like 4 weeks I struggled with things like reaching up over my head. And I want to say like 4 or 5 weeks I started like easing myself into reaching over my head, because at 4 weeks they say you can resume most exercise. So I didn't understand why you couldn't reach over your head. At 4 weeks, when I would try to like stretch my arms up over my head, it would hurt really bad. So I just didn't do it. Yeah, at about 6 weeks, I started really getting back into exercising, like attempting push-ups again, which is still really hard for me. I've never been able to do push-ups though. So basically, at 6 weeks into recovery was when I first decided I should learn how to do push-ups, and it's not been easy. Whoops. I have been exercising for hours every day. I don't mean like the 60 minutes that's recommended. I've been exercising for hours every day, because I've been doing regular exercises, which is like lots of sit-ups, squats. I've been doing lots of lunges, lifting little 3-pound weights, and I do it for an extended period of time. I do yoga. I've been doing lots of yoga, trying to get into my splits, and I have been doing pole training already. So with the pole training, what I'm basically doing, and I don't know if the names are all the same, because I've heard a lot of these moves, people use like different names, but basically I've been practicing the walk around the pole a lot. I've been doing a lot of the back hook spins. I've been doing a lot of the fireman spins. I've been doing a lot of the dip turns, where you like swing your leg out in a circle and use that to spin yourself around. I have been climbing the pole all the way to the top and holding myself up there as long as I can, and some other stuff. I can't remember what they're called. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of different conditioning exercises, like when you do the pull-up crunches, you hang onto the pole and lift your knees up to your elbows and do crunches like that, which is a fucking workout and a half. I have like bruises all over my legs. Tired all the time. My muscles hurt. My muscles hurt, especially in and around my chest, but it's not so much that I'm concerned. Literally so fucking rude sometimes, you guys. It doesn't hurt to the extent that I'm like concerned that I've injured myself or tore anything, because that's not my concern at all. It's just a different feeling, especially because I wasn't doing pole training before my surgery. So it's not like I'm strengthening muscles that are already there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the strength. I don't have the flexibility. I'm not conditioned for that kind of thing, but so far I'm doing pretty good. For anyone who is looking at doing something like this after this wildly invasive surgery, I would say to talk to your plastic surgeon, because every surgeon does this differently, and depending on how they do the procedure, you might need to wait longer to get back into this kind of exercise. But for me personally, and the way that they did everything for me, and just how I recovered, I feel perfectly fine doing this. I feel perfectly safe. The concern is that sometimes your muscles will force your implants out to the sides, and I haven't had any issues with that. If anything, I feel like they stick out less on the side now, because I have like muscles like holding my boobs in place. That hasn't caused any issues for me. I don't have like any major concerning pains. I did bruise my ankle recently, and we thought it was broken, because I've broken that ankle 4 fucking times. That was scary. I literally thought I broke my ankle. 1 to 10, I was like a level 12 devastation. I was so upset. But it turns out it's just bruised, so it hurts all the time. Like, I bruised the bone in my ankle that I've broken 4 times. I bruised the spot that has broken 4 times. So yeah, it feels like total dog ass right now. I need to stay on topic. We're talking about things that are not at all, like my ankles are not in my tits, as far as I know. I need to get back on subject. Okay, so the next thing people have asked me about is bra size, because when I initially got the surgery, I was like a full, almost overflowing C cup, but I was also still experiencing swelling, and the swelling has gone, it's completely gone now, and they feel way smaller, which isn't a bad thing. They don't look as like engorged and like scary anymore. They have a really natural shape. They feel good. Sometimes a C-cup bra has more room for side boob than I actually have, so there will be like a little tiny like pocket.
And there's also a space because the implant sticks out. Let me show you what I'm talking about here.
Because you can see this line right here is where my implant sticks out to the side a little bit, so you have like the side boobage. But also bras will leave a gap right there because they just go like they go straight across that, so there's always that awkward little bubble hanging out there, and you can feel it, like especially if you wear a tight shirt over it, you can kind of like feel that little pocket in there, and it is different, but it's not visible and it doesn't look goofy. It just feels like it looks really goofy. So that's really the only thing that's happened. C-cup bras still fit me. In my opinion, I think they look proportionate. I think they look natural, you know, aside from the dark purple scar that's on my boobs right now. But thankfully, you can use tart-shaped tape to cover that up. At least it covers mine up. I have no interest in covering them though. Is that weird? I'm not at all concerned about people seeing them. I've had multiple photographers like edit them out of my pictures, and I'm just like, why? Everybody knows they're fake. It's not a big deal. If someone's that worried about a scar on my boobs, then they don't need to be looking at my body. It's fine. Really, it's okay. Anyways, though, things are going really well as far as like size, swelling, like the size decrease that I experienced, I was very grateful for. So people have also asked me if you can feel the capsule of scar tissue around it. I can't. I do know that if you have a capsule contracture, which is when the scar tissue starts squeezing, which is not good, you don't want that to happen. I have heard that being able to feel like stiff scar tissue in there is a sign of a capsule contracture, and you should see your plastic surgeon if you have that. Some people have asked me if I've been doing scar massages. I didn't know what that was. My plastic surgeon didn't tell me to do it, but I guess it's where you use baby oil or lotion or something, and you like massage the scar tissue, and supposedly you'll feel like popping and stuff in there, and it's breaking down the scar tissue and making it like softer and more skin-like. After I heard that that's what happened, I tried this, like the scar massages a few times, and I didn't experience any popping. It didn't seem to make any major difference, so I didn't keep doing it. So I don't know anything about that. I don't have any experiences with that. What is the other question that people have asked me? Oh, can I still feel the bags moving around in my implants? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. It doesn't weird me out, and it doesn't seem to weird out anybody else. Like, friends of mine feel my boobs to see if they can feel it, and some of them can, some of them just don't notice it. They think that I'm crazy, but some people have said that they can feel the bag shifting around. And if you're new to my channel and you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now, I got saline implants that are called ideal implants, where it has the main like shell, and then what do they call them, like bafflings, several like smaller bags also filled with saline, and they all have slits in them, so the fluid is evenly distributed throughout the shell and the inner bafflings. Because of the inner bafflings, it gives it more structure, so you get a higher profile implant than like previous saline implants. It's less likely to pop, it's less likely to have complications, and there's a lower rate of capsule contracture, which was definitely a selling point for me because that's a concern of mine. It comes with a 10-year warranty. And so I wanted to get the saline ones because silicone implants aren't approved for people under the age of like 22. And I'm under the age of 22. And the thing is that the silicone implants come with a warranty as well, but only if you're within the FDA regulations. And so me being under 22, I wasn't. And I wanted to make sure that I had the warranty just in case something happened, because that takes like almost $3,000 off the surgical bill if I had to get them replaced, because there's a warranty on it for the next 10 years. So that's how we ended up here. And now it feels like there's plastic bags floating around in my boobs. I think it's cool. Some people are probably gonna be like disgusted by that, but whatever, because they're mine and not yours. Another thing that people have asked me about is how is my mood, because I said in a previous video that I was having issues with my depression because they put me on oxys after my surgery, which obviously can impact you if you have depression and anxiety. So I feel like I'm 100% back to normal. My husband has said I'm a little bit more sensitive still since that happened, but that could also just be the amount of like stress that I've been dealing with. What was the last thing people were asking me about? Mostly just people asking me about like pain with exercise and stuff like that, and I feel like I've made a 100% full recovery and that I can resume all my previous activities and everything seems good. I feel really good. That's about all I have to report on. Ooh, one thing to note is that parts of my boobs are still numb. Like my nipples and basically the entire middle of my boobs is still numb, and that's pretty normal. Sometimes it can take 6 to 9 months for the nerves to completely heal and all that jazz. So that's all I really have for you guys today. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and thank you guys so much for watching my channel. If you liked this video, if you thought that it was informative, be sure to give it a thumbs up so I know that you like it. It's good to visually see how many people enjoyed my videos. So be sure to give it a thumbs up, and then subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And thank you guys so much for watching. I just want to say again, it really means a lot to me when people actually like take the time out of their day to listen to what I have to say. So thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.